What is up, Eagles, Assassins, Vikings, Scarabs and Gamers, and also Dr. Umar Johnson? How you doing, guys? For fuck's sake. Welcome to episode 12 of the Eagles Call podcast. Today, we've got a few things. We're going to be looking back to Assassins Creed Odyssey, new Valhalla Story trailer, the Cyberpunk overtime, and also the new Minecraft update, which looks sick, and also the Eagles Call Minecraft fucking
Hey man, you don't need to list the entire list of what we're going to talk about in the intro. But also,
no, they're all just such exciting topics.
They are very
Flavius
exciting
is also on the list.
Yeah, just Flavius, the historical figure specifically. How you doing, man? If you didn't know, my name's Joe, aka Founder Scarab. Since he didn't even introduce me, I'm personally offended by that. But it's okay. How you doing, man?
I'm all right, mate. Things have been going good. Back in the swing of the YouTube grind, and it's good to be back.
Yeah,
and it's fucking exciting as well because we're well into like the full AC hype, which is great.
Yeah, you've made your return, and you were lucky that Ubisoft is terrible with their marketing because you decided to take a 6-week break in the midst of when usually all the news would be coming out.
Literally nothing fucking happened.
Yeah, so you got a little lucky there, I gotta say. But it's good to have you back, having those Walshie videos pop up in the feed. So yeah, life is good, and we're back with another episode of the Eagles Call, and I'm so ready. It feels like it's been like 2 weeks since we've done this.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know why that is, but we have a few things to get out the way first. So, do you want to talk about a certain thing that we spent the whole of last night creating?
Yeah, right. So, Eagles Call Discord, the name we're working with at the moment is The Nest. Who suggested that on your stream?
The Nest. I think it was Oscar. Shout out Oscar the All.
Oscar, you cheeky geezer. That is a sick name. We've got The Nest. I'll open up the Discord now. We haven't finished it, but we're pretty much there, aren't we?
Hello?
Sorry, I accidentally left the Discord. Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go
right.
That's
fair.
Because I've given up on editing these. But yeah, no. So we've pretty much got it all the way set up, though.
Yeah, basically, including an Assassin's Creed chat, which
of course.
I think that was like the first thing we did was make an Assassin's Creed chat.
We also have a fuck J.K. Rowling chat, so I'm sure that'll have plenty of people in it. But yeah, the next Discord coming when about? I think we drop it by the end of this week, to be honest.
I think that's a shout. Like, we just need to finalise like leveling and like YouTube notifications and that. And I think
there's only a couple things we need to work out. I think Saturday the 10th of October we will be officially launching the Nest Discord, and we've made that decision right now. And when I say we, I mean I've made that decision right now because that's how this whole charade works.
Ever since you won that battle, this has been a very toxic relationship.
Yeah, I make all the decisions, and Jack makes everything look cool because he can actually use Photoshop, whereas I use some shitty free online photo editor.
Pirate Adobe Office. I am telling you.
No, I never pirate anything because I'm a good soul. I'm a good man of the Lord. So yeah, I'm anti-piracy actively. That's why I hate Black Flag.
That also explains why, you're not rich, because you don't pirate things.
That's what it is.
Because I definitely am.
Yeah, no, you're... Well, yeah, we all know that you're a millionaire, so...
Ever since Season 1, 2, 3 movies, I've been making triple my annual salary,
that's why,
which I definitely am.
That's why you can buy Ferrero Rocher milkshakes every second day.
Oh, that's so fucking good.
Yeah, I do need one. One day I'm going to come down to Birmingham just to get one, and not even see you. I'm going to come down... I'm going to specifically drink it outside your house and then not come and see you.
Don't know where I live. It's fine.
Of course I know where you live. Who you think I am? You think I'm an amateur? Of course I know where you live. I've also been...
This whole time, you've just been scoping me out.
Yeah, I've got all your details. I'm ready at any moment to get into that bank account and take all that sweet AC YouTube money, but...
Fuck.
Or in other cases, I'll just dox you, because that'd be a good laugh. Nah.
Yeah, just a cheeky bit of banter.
To be clear to the Metropolitan Police, this is a joke. Yeah. So today, fucking Odyssey. I'm trying to. If you can't tell, I'm trying to stall. I really don't want to talk about this fucking game anymore.
You know what? I think to people who have like Odyssey is the type of thing where for like 2 years now it's just been okay, it's shit, and we'll never really explain why. In the same way we'd explain why I dislike Origins, because there's like more of a conversation. It's just like Odyssey's shit, and then to people who are like newer, they might not fully get it. So I think now is the time to fully explain why we don't like Odyssey and just have it done.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the problem. It's the certain YouTuber that we've never stolen any video ideas from. A certain YouTuber has made a video so conclusive as to why Odyssey is so terrible that it's hard to put it in words without knowing that he's already done it better, which is why you see so many people just linking to his video every time they get in an argument about Odyssey on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm talking about Odyssey Broke Me, by the way, to be clear. Arguably the best Assassin's Creed video ever made. Outside of course, Ragnar Lothbrok, Is He Alive or Dead? That's probably up there as second best.
Oh, that's the most base fucking video I've ever... It's because I had no time today where I was like, fuck, I'll write that up, get that done so I can do the podcast. But like, next video is going to be a banger. That one's... I'm not saying that one's shit. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It's good.
Just out of interest,
it's not
where be the Assassin's Creed 2 pacifist video? Where's that at?
Oh, shit. The thing with that is like... Because that's a fairly big project, that's one that like I'll have on the back burner. So like I'll work on videos every 2 days and then like I'll script a bit of that up. But at the same time, I'm trying to get this Story of AC video out. So like every day I think I'm going to write 2 or 3 games for that and get that done. Then the Brotherhood one. And I know you are also doing the Story of AC video, but it's the history of the entire universe.
Well, yeah, because... Obviously, I knew that you were doing the Story of AC, but also the Story of AC is like, I don't know. I just wanted to kind of not be different. I'm not like that, but I guess I just wanted to do something that I haven't seen done before. Not that there's anything wrong with doing that, but I'm like, so.
I mean, we'd be out of fucking business otherwise.
Yeah, I figured there's a fuck ton of shitty lore that most people probably don't know about. So I figured I'd just go back to 75,000 BC and
BCE actually
try and piece everything together. Oh yeah, a guy on Twitter came in my replies the other day when I tweeted it out, and he was like, "Actually, I'm a historian, and BCE and AD don't go together. So you're fucking dumb, bro." And I was like,
"It's fucking Assassin's Creed lore. Like,
it's not even real history." So, nah, it is. It is. All of it's 100% real. Gandhi had an apple of Eden. Nah, so there's an excessive amount of lore, and it's already put me in quite a bit of pain. But I don't think it's going to take as long as I initially thought, which is lovely to see. So are you just starting with AC1 then? Are you going in chronological order of the games coming out, or... of the game's stories? So like start with Odyssey.
I've gone from AC1, but AC1's longer because for every new thing that I come across, I'll like explain the origins of it before the game. So like with Abstergo, I'll say like it's Henry Ford and fuck, what's the other guy's name? I always forget him because he's not a real guy. Abstergo.
Yves Guillemot.
Yeah. Fucking Alan Rickon was just an insert for Yves Guillemot.
You mean Alan Rickon?
Oh, shit.
Have you not seen the Assassin's Creed movie?
Oh, Ransom Ranny Olds. I love that they pick like some middle-aged fat bastard in the game. Then they're like, oh, we'll get fucking what's his name? What the fuck's his name?
Hey, maybe just started going to the gym and just kind of vibed, and also grew a head of hair. You know?
Yeah, which that was.
He looks like
I like how it's been.
He looks like the Kingpin in Assassin's Creed 1. Like, put a white suit on him, it's just Kingpin.
They should have got Vincent D'Onofrio to play him instead. That was the shout.
That name rings a bell, but I can't for the life of me.
That's the guy who was Kingpin, and he's also Private Piles in Full Metal Jacket.
Ah, right, okay.
It's been literally minutes, and we're already off Odyssey. We're gonna have to get through this.
It's bad. All right.
Okay.
Well, it's a terrible RPG.
Yes,
and it's a terrible.
It's
Assassin's
not.
Creed
It's
game.
not bad AC, good RPG. Odyssey succeeds at fucking nothing.
Yeah. Well, no, it succeeds at convincing its players to buy microtransactions. It
That's the
succeeds
worst
at
thing.
getting IGN to give it 9 out of 10. That still pains me to this day. That it was nominated for Game of the Year.
Yeah, it's oh my god. And Game Informer yesterday gave it like best evolution of a game last decade. That's not a fucking evolution. It's copying what another game did a thousand fucking times better. That's not evolving the series at all. You're leaving behind what it did and why it was so beloved, and trying to do something else that you can't do nowhere near as well.
Yeah, and also evolution's gradual. They just decided one day, we're gonna make an RPG. Yeah, no, definitely not evolution. Definitely not the best evolution of the generation. It's pretty rough. I mean, we could go into literally every single point. The dialogue options make no difference on your story, even though it's meant to be your Odyssey. Half of the endings don't even make sense from a thematic point of view, and just come across as jarring and wrong. And there shouldn't be a wrong ending when they say to your Odyssey, you give you dialogue choices, they give you story options.
No, yeah.
The leveling system is fucking broken. Enemies are complete damage sponges unless you spend 400 hours getting this stupid little carving thing. What are they called? Engraving.
Yeah.
It's every gameplay system. The parkour is worse than Origins, even though it's the same system, but it's a horrible system. I can't name one thing about Odyssey.
I fucking hate this engine.
Even the world is dead. The world is just, it's empty, vapid, surface level shit, and half of it's not even historically accurate. And that's the one thing that Ubisoft could hang their hat on with these games, was that they were always massively historically accurate. But in Odyssey, they just added a massive nutty statue that never existed.
And that's the thing, right? Is like whenever people complain about fantasy shit or like historical inaccuracies, they're like, oh, but you buy the Isu and genetic fucking memories, and it's like, well, yeah, because that was established at the start as part of this universe. Just because something is fantastical doesn't mean you can break every single rule and do fucking anything you like.
Yeah, exactly. There's a difference between introducing something new that's fictional, like Sages, for example. Obviously, Sages were fucked off after a while. But in Black Flag, it was like, oh, this is a cool new introduction that makes sense without completely altering the entire span of history.
Yeah, and it fits with the series mythology.
Yeah. Whereas when you make a Minotaur, it's like, no. It's like, no.
Yeah.
You know? So it's I mean, we could go into lore points. It was really the DLC that was the worst from a writing point of view, because Odyssey's main game was badly written, but it wasn't so badly written that it made me want to pull my eyes out. Whereas the DLC fucks over every single bit of lore you could possibly think of, and it also, the writers thought that Aya had the hidden blade because it was passed down from Darius, but Aya got it from Cleopatra.
My god!
Because the writers on Odyssey couldn't even put in the effort of playing the game that came before, and they all.
I don't blame them, to be honest. It's a shit game.
And you also can't forget that, you know, they committed a fucking homophobic act by forcing you into a heterosexual
that pisses me off
relationship.
Because that proves that they do not give a fuck about your choices. It's there simply as a gimmick, And that is it. Not just any gimmick. It's not like a hook blade type thing. It's a gimmick that goes against law fundamentally. Assassin's Creed Odyssey fundamentally breaks law, guys. It goes against the fucking... I always bring this up. But it's literally one of the first things you hear.
It's the first
when Desmond's talking to fucking Vidic. Reliving, fucking the recollection of a past event specific to the person remembering the event.
Sure. I remember me and James almost recited the entire game off by heart on Twitter.
Fucking Twitter, yeah.
But yeah,
it's fucking dumb.
It's pathetic, eh? Is there any specific points of Odyssey you'd like to bring up?
I think it's the cash grabby nature of it, because like every game with Ubisoft is going to be made with monetary incentive. It's the same with any company. But there's still passion in a game like AC2 or virtually most other AC games. You can see, right, the people who made this had passion for this product. But then with Odyssey, you have no choice but to have such a fucking pessimistic outlook, because what I see is a game geared towards making you buy microtransactions, a game that is made worse to make you buy microtransactions by a team who didn't even want to fucking make this game, so now they're making the game they want to make, and also a game that's totally ill because Ubisoft are fucking sexists, and also a game that probably got fucked up because everyone there was having a shit time being on a fucking Ubisoft and Serge Haskell.
And Mel Carty.
Yeah, it's
apparently mental, which isn't surprising.
I
remember anytime anyone criticised the game on Twitter, they'd get instantly blocked. Not even criticising her, not throwing hate or anything, just literally criticising the game, they'd get immediately blocked. She is mental. Apparently she threw a chair at someone for like the tiniest thing. Yeah, it's just a disaster all around, and it's clear Ubisoft Quebec didn't want to make this game. It's clear that they wanted to make their own RPG in this fantasy world, and that's what Gods and Monsters is. And
or Phoenix Immortals now.
That looks shit enough as it is, but it's just a shame
Quebec
that they
just don't make good games.
Yeah, and it's just a shame that they had to tie the Assassin's Creed brand to that. I can't think
against them as people, but I make shit games.
I can't think of a single piece of content that Quebec has made this good. They made Tyranny of King Washington, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And
I'm looking at the games they've made. Ones they've led. Oh, did they make For Honor? Was that... No, they didn't have the time for that, surely.
Yeah, nah. And For Honor's good, so it couldn't have been made by them. Well, For Honor's okay.
I like the combat a lot.
Yeah, it looked much better when it was announced, first few trailers, but it's just kind of good, not great, you know?
Yeah,
But now it's tough, because like, we all know that Odyssey's terrible, and if you don't know this Odyssey's terrible, go watch Odyssey Broke Me, because...
Way, you did the meme.
I find it hard to put into words without just completely ripping off James, you know? So, that's the thing that's just frustrating about it. Fuck, why did he have to make such a good video? Lasers! No! Why? Anyway.
Yeah, it's... Okay, but I think this is something you said changed for you. But a few months ago when you ranked the series, I think you put 3 below Odyssey.
No, Odyssey last 3, but I put Syndicate above 3, and that was a mistake.
Oh yeah, that's probably.
But yeah, no. From the moment it was fucking announced, Odyssey was my least favorite game. Remember how they announced it? It got leaked on Twitter, so they uploaded a clip of a Spartan kick with no sound, saying like coming tomorrow, and then they didn't drop a cinematic trailer or anything.
Yeah, it's
the
just
one
a
thing.
Bit shit.
The one thing I can give them credit for is the opening scene with Leonidas. That was like, it's a well mocap cutscene. The combat.
It's got atmosphere.
Yeah, it's got atmosphere. The combat isn't completely terrible in that moment. It's somewhat balanced, even though it's still a bad system fundamentally.
But nobody's too spongy.
Yeah. But then as soon as that ends, Cassandra gets punched in the face and it falls off a cliff.
Oh fucking god!
I still can't believe that they thought that anyone would fall for Phoebe. For Phoebe, like it was so obvious from the moment that Phoebe would die.
Yeah. Oh
It was
yeah.
like,
I know.
oh, she has some random child friend who has no parents. I wonder what could possibly happen. Very good writing, Ubisoft.
Okay.
Who the
but
fuck wrote
Joe?
Odyssey?
It is bad. Oh, it was Scott. Was it? Wait. No, it was Mel, wasn't it? She was the narrative director.
Yeah, she was narrative director, but wasn't she just game director? Writer Jonathan Dumont.
Mel McCowbray and
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Oh, she
Dumont.
did write it then. I thought she was the I thought she was the. Oh yeah, she was the narrative director. I thought she was just the entire game director.
I thought Dumont was the
that
game
chop.
director.
Look at that.
And then
chop.
Scott Phillips was the creative director.
What a haircut. Melissa McCoubrey.
Yeah.
Why? Well, the novel's great though. Nah, dude. I mean, if you're gonna genuinely, if you are gonna experience this, if you have to experience the story of Odyssey, just read the novel. It's a short novel. It's nowhere near as good as any of the Oliver Bowden books, but it has an actual canon story, and is somewhat decent.
And maybe Cassandra can actually be a character.
Almost. I mean, she feeds an eye to a goat, and that's the only memorable thing I remember her doing. That was like, oh, that was kind of funny and had character and personality.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't get how anyone can be like, I love Cassandra or I love Alexios, because they're literally
they're husks.
Yeah, they're nothing and everything. It's not even like a self-insert character from something like Skyrim or Fallout, because like they have set things that they have to do, and as a result everything's so jarring because nothing you do fits a character, but nothing is out of character because there isn't one, because the game's made for everything to be super flimsy so you can do whatever you like. But then having that and also having Cassandra be like a character has to do certain things to fit the game being somewhat linear, you've fucked it.
And that's why Assassin's Creed can't be an RPG, because at the end of the day, even though it was always an open world game, the story of Assassin's Creed was always very linear because it's remembering memories. These things in canon happened in this order, happened this way. You can't just randomly, throw it about. Unless, of course, you just say that it was Layla's animus, because that's the excuse they used.
Oh my
for
god,
just about
this
everything.
fucking animus, it drives me insane. Also, the acting in this game is the worst in any. Like, Michael Antonakos and whatever Cassandra's name is, nothing against them, but the acting is fucking terrible, especially Alexios.
It is a bit of a disaster, isn't it? But they had so many lines to record. And
they did,
obviously,
but even in the emotional moments, I don't buy either of them.
Yeah,
they're not just bad; they're fucking awful. They're worse than most NPCs.
Yeah, it doesn't help that the lip syncing and the general animation, like the general mocapping, is just rough. And there's barely any actual cutscenes. It's all just that fucking choppy, like back and forth, over the shoulder dialogue in game.
Oh, I hate that as well.
Yeah, so you can never truly create any type of atmosphere or any emotion in that way, because you can see that it's too pixelated. Like, it's two bunches of pixels pretending to talk to each other.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
It's
the facial animations as well are fucking bad. Like, Valhalla's look just as bad, to be fair.
Yeah, it seemed like they just gave up on any aspects of immersion when it comes to cutscenes after Origins. I mean, Origins at their worst were the worst in the series, but at their best were great. But Odyssey was just consistently dull. No investment, no emotional care for anything that's going on. So
yeah, I think it's time for you to admit there is a lot of overlap and issues with Odyssey and Origins.
I mean, sure. Of course there is.
Okay.
I would never deny that.
What would you rate Origins as of now?
6.
I'm waiting for it to go into a 5.
It's not gonna.
No, when you finish it, will. I promise.
No, but just because there's overlap, they're significantly worse in Odyssey. Because there's less care and effort put into them.
Yeah, of course, but they do share issues.
There's some systems that are rough in Origins that become absolutely abhorrently dreadful in Odyssey, just because there was no effort put into them.
Yeah, like
the movement,
the
for
issues
example. The movement system in Origins isn't nearly as fun as any of the other games, but it's functional. Whereas in Odyssey, you can just run in a straight line and never take fall damage, and you don't have to look at the screen.
Yeah, it's
So
nah.
yeah, it's a yikes from me.
When are you streaming Origins next?
That's a good question. I might jump on Friday because it's just a busy week, eh?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, probably Friday. Anyway, with all that being said,
that's Odyssey. What would you give it out of 10?
1. It's completely unplayable to me.
Yeah. I'd agree with you.
Just about.
Again, it's the prospect of it is even worse than Origins.
Yeah. I mean, it's 100 wasted hours of my life.
I'm gonna play it again soon.
It's a real. So am I. I'm gonna play it a little bit. I might just play New Game Plus and try and speed through the story, but I don't particularly want to.
I'm dreading that.
Yeah. We will just sound depressed. Why do we still follow this series?
YouTube bits.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that's Odyssey. The worst game of the last generation. The worst major AAA release of the last generation. It's
my least favourite game, purely for what it stands for, and also just being shit.
Yeah, it's same. It's my least favourite game ever made that I can think of. Maybe Fallout 76 is worse, but it's up there.
But that's not like Fallout 76 is shit, but it doesn't like spit on the series in the same way, does it?
Not so much. But the reason I don't care about. Well, I do care about what Odyssey did for the series, I guess. But that's not why I'm saying it's my least favourite game of all time. I think you're far more invested in the series than me currently, you know? I kind of gave up on the series a long time ago. As in, like, I always knew Odyssey was going to spit on the series, so it doesn't really have an effect on me.
Yeah.
So it's like, that doesn't really matter. So I'd probably put Odyssey and Fallout 76 on the same tier, because I think they're on the same level of unplayability.
The big separation for me is Fallout 76 was rightly received as a shit game, but the bad thing about Odyssey is plenty of people love it.
Yeah, well, I feel like plenty of people loved it on release for the first like 5 to 10 hours.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of reviews came out, and then after that it became I'm not sure. I genuinely don't understand it, because a lot of people, a lot of like the general gaming community do like it, but
the people who need to like it, the Assassin's Creed community, don't.
Hate it, yeah, so absolutely fucking despise it. It's also not an Assassin's Creed game. I apologise if I've called it Assassin's Creed Odyssey at any point during this game. During this podcast.
Speaking of Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed Valhalla Story trailer.
Oh, that was pretty sick. Mostly just because it got me views.
Oh yeah, that's my favourite upload you've made. Assassin's Creed Valhalla Story trailer, new.
Thank you. I think my favourite upload is ripping the leaked footage of Valhalla and then getting copyright striked.
20 minutes.
Even though nobody else got fucking copyright striked. Like, there's still footage of it up to this day.
Is that gone now?
What do you mean?
The strike?
No, it's still there.
When does it go down?
I think it's like the end of this month.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh no, it is. It's off now. Yeah. I didn't even notice that.
Oh, sick. Because that was where we started the podcast, because of that leaked footage.
Yeah. Oh shit. That's crazy to think about. Didn't realize it was that long ago.
It's been like 3 months because we spoke about it for like a few weeks before. And then that came out and we're like, fuck, we should just do a podcast on this tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was like the day after. I remember now.
Yeah, I remember calling you the night it happened and being like, what the fuck? This looks shit. Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's all ruined.
You were depressed and you were trying to find the best out of it. And then you were way too nice about it in your, review of the footage. You were like, oh, this could be good, guys.
The thing with that is like, I've been hyping up Ragnarok for ages, and like I had a new combat system. Fuck yes. And I was like, guys, this is the Montreal 3 team's second go at this engine, so surely there'll be at least not a Unity level improvement, but surely just, a smidge. No, I still fucking hate the engine, to be honest.
Yeah, nah, it's the same. It's exactly the same. But the story trailer looked kind of cool.
Yes.
I mean,
yes,
kind of cool. It seems like the marketing team has changed, and the entire plan for the marketing has changed, at least for the last month. So yeah, we got some actual assassins appearing, which was nice to see.
Yeah.
Still a problem because the assassins that appeared weren't our main character. So that was still an issue. But at least we saw someone with a hood.
Yeah, I'm going to romance Bazim. I'm going to fucking do it. No, if the option's there, I actually will.
Bazim should be the main character.
I want to know what his deal is.
I'm interested to see. I mean, you made a full breakdown of it, so...
I did. Go and check that out, fellas.
Sigurd is for sure Templar. And you went into all that. So do you just want to give us the business? Tell us everything about it.
Well, luckily for me, I have downloaded here Assassin's Creed Valhalla Story trailer new. So let's go over beat by beat. I'm just waiting for my storage thing to kick in. Right. So we see Eivor at the start, atop this mountain, and you hear, "You intrigue me, Wolf-Kissed." Now, yesterday, did you see that yesterday? Darby put out on Twitter, no one's been mentioning the geezer speaking at the start, and it's not Bazim.
Oh, right, okay. Who is it then?
Yeah. Huh. I have no clue. So here's Eivor clearly in Norway in the snow, orphan and sibling, get a nice look at Sigurd there.
Norway looks
It does look a bit villainy. Yeah, it does. Sigurd doesn't look like an assassin. He doesn't look like a good guy.
Oh, Sigurd's for sure going to become a member of the Order of the Ancients or the Templars or whatever they are at this point. For sure.
Definitely.
Without a doubt. I think probably my favourite part of the trailer is seeing that Eivor gets the hidden blade from the assassins. That almost looks like it could be the beginning of an induction ceremony of sorts.
Yeah, it's right at the start of the game as well.
Yeah, so I think by the end of this game, obviously he'll be fully inducted into the Assassins. Maybe even a little cheeky bit of DLC in somewhere in the Middle East or something. Or in Europe.
Yeah, that is nice. We then see Eivor chuck an axe at some geezer, which the Lion was still keeping that up from episode 1. Confirmed it was an ability in the game, and it wasn't just an animation. Eivor kissing some woman at the settlement. Okay, romance options. Horny 13-year-olds buy our game, please. Eivor in an assassin hideout. Just that shot was fucking sick.
Yeah, it's purely that shot is fucking perfect. I think that I have a feeling that he's gonna discover it externally and get caught there, and that's how he's gonna that's when we're gonna get an explanation scene of what the fuck Bazim's doing there.
Oh,
if that makes sense. So Eivor is gonna stumble across it somehow.
Yeah.
Just within the story, and then he's gonna hear some people coming. He's gonna be like, "Oh shit, there's people coming. I shouldn't be here." Tries to escape, gets caught, and Bazim's like, "What the fuck are you doing, nutty blonde man/woman?"
Yeah. The thing to me is the flag looks weathered, like it's abandoned, and all the lights are out.
Maybe. Well, I figured the lights are out because it's the assassins aren't there, so he stumbled across it. I didn't think that like I guess it is weather, but I just figured that was a product of the fact that it's the 800s.
Yeah, perhaps.
Or maybe. Oh, okay. Maybe Bazim dies. Maybe the game goes on for. I don't know how long the game story is meant to last, but maybe this is Eivor returning.
I think Darby said like 7 years.
Yeah, so maybe this is Eivor returning to the Assassin Brotherhood after it's been abandoned for ages.
Wait, I need to find that, because I think Darby said he'll be like 27, but it won't go on for like Ezio levels of time.
Yeah.
I'll get that up at some point.
Anyway, that shot made me jizz my pants a little bit.
Next one.
But then the entire rest of the trailer is just Viking again, which what else should we expect?
There is a little more shit.
The character models look so much better than they did. They still don't necessarily look good, but they look so much cleaner than they did generally. Like, you can actually see some texturing on Eivor's face.
He still looks like an NPC, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Is it maybe, like, the eyes? The eyes just don't have life behind them, maybe.
The skin just isn't really that detailed, and neither is his hair. Everything's just sort of kind of fuzzy.
Yeah. Although I stand the beard, though, gotta say.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, I decided on stream the other day that I'm going to pick male Eivor first. Not that I wouldn't love to pick female Eivor, but I need a beard in my games. Sorry. Ever since Red Dead 2, I can't play a game without having a beard.
Oh my god, whenever I go back through, like, you know when you watch Red Dead 2 scenes on YouTube, and because, like, they clearly just ran through the game in a day to upload all this, and, like, Arthur always has the big fuck-off, like, level 10 beard.
Yeah.
It annoys me so much. It's got to be a 2 or a 3.
Nah, I reckon you keep it at 4.
Four's okay. With John, I usually have an 8, because I like an 8 with John a lot. You can't get to 10.
To be fair, I shaved every day for the first 2 chapters, because I was intensely immersed in the game. So I shaved every day in the first 2 chapters. And then I started letting it grow out, and then when he got sick, I just let myself go.
Yeah, because when Arthur looks sick, it can't be anything less than a 2.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Let's have a 10-minute conversation about our beard preferences in games.
That would be better than Assassin's Creed. That would.
I think it would.
Nah, you can't say that though, because you're a full-blown AC YouTuber, so.
Well, you're a half-blown AC YouTuber.
Exactly.
I made it sound like you just fucking prayed. Right. Beards.
Oh, and also, Eivor puts up a hood, and that means nothing.
That's really cool.
That's just to signify that he's in stealth mode. That's all that is.
Wait, shouldn't we have a top hat for that?
Oh yeah, maybe that's an optional bit of gear you can find in the world.
Maybe to adapt to the setting, it'll be a Viking helmet.
So
yeah. Back to this trailer. I won't go detail by detail. Bazim shows up, and this is the interesting shit for me. Cassandra shows up. Sorry, I mean Ranvi. Look, Bazim shows up, and
do you know what kind
this
of
blade?
This what?
I was just going to say, gives this blade to Eivor, or Sigurd does, and we're told in Darby's interview that he's not happy about that, because obviously the blade's massively important.
Right.
And, like, I'm guessing Bazim and Eivor aren't going to get off on the right foot.
Okay.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say that it's hilarious to me that people were speculating whether that woman was Cassandra or not.
Yeah.
And people instead
She said really nothing like her.
But people really instead should have been giving Ubisoft shit for blatantly copying and pasting Cassandra's hair. Like, the asset is piece for piece copy and pasted. How have they not gotten any shit for this?
Yeah, it's
like it's just peak laziness. Anyway,
Bazim,
I mean,
he's got 11 robes.
Hello.
You
right?
Yeah, I'm just watching this trailer.
Oh my. Okay, Jack the Walshie has been overcome with joy from the trailer. So,
I'm just analysing all the little details and that. Like, okay.
There isn't really any details though, is there?
No, there's plenty, and you know that.
No, there's not. There's not any details.
No. Right. Here's another thing. Sigurd. People were talking about him being a Templar.
Yeah.
Because I think he will be a member of the Order of Ancients.
Yeah.
People were talking about him being a Templar because he has this, like, badge type thing with a cross, like, put on it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the Templars weren't properly Templars back then. They weren't using crosses. And he clearly has one right at the start of the game when he meets the Assassins. So surely, if that was the sign he was a fucking Templar, the Assassins would be like, oh, hold on, that's a bit dodgy, you know?
What if he starts the Templar Order?
Oh my god. Would you actually be happy with that?
Depends how good a character he is.
I just don't want the Templars to be fucking... No, I don't mind that because I know the narrative would be great, but it's... Sigurd just feels like such a goofy character to do it.
The only reason I think he's going to be a Templar or whatever, Order of the Ancients, is just because he looks fucking evil. You know?
Yeah, he does. Also, what do you think of the new blade? Like, the design of that with the...
the emerald
gem.
one. I quite like it. It's weird that he's wearing it on his... You know, it's weird that he's wearing it the right way, though.
Yeah,
because if he got it from the Assassins still chop off their finger. Then what the fuck's going on there?
That's true, actually. Why the fuck does... Yeah,
a bit strange. But no, I quite like the design. I like the emerald. As much as it kind of looks a little bit like a button, which is weird, but still.
Yeah, I'm sure that we see what would be the title drop scene, because Eivor says to Sigurd, I'll always be by your side till Valhalla, and they look like the Northern Lights.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Does Bazima have his ring finger? I'm not sure.
Oh, go
No,
he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Who knows? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But nah, still looks like a pretty shit game.
It doesn't. Oh, wait, wait. I noticed this when I was doing the video.
Yeah.
They go over to England, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they're obviously going to be in fucking Northumbria or whatever, because they're going from Norway.
Yeah.
Why do we see the cliffs of Dover, like, after they take a journey? Do they just do a fucking U-turn?
But I don't know anything about England.
Shameful.
You're gonna have to explain. I don't understand.
Okay, basically, so you know Dover is right down south.
I'll take your word for it.
Right. Basically, Dover is like right down south, and it's known for like having these white cliffs. And basically, we see in the trailer, after like, you know, a bit of them being on the ships are going over, it's clearly those cliffs. But why the fuck? It's like they're trying to show that they come to Dover.
Maybe
but that doesn't make sense, like, geographic. No, but they would have to, like... They would have to do a fucking... They would go to Northumbria, go, like, Newcastle area, go down south, curve round, like, Norwich, then go round, like, London, and then go to Dover.
Why not?
Which is fucking enemy territory. Like, there's a bunch of fucking Saxons there, too. Why would you do that? That's really confusing me.
I guess we'll find out when the game comes out.
I want to find out now. Ubisoft.
You've only got a month to wait. Oh,
that's making me really nervous.
Though I mean, it doesn't show them at the cliffs of Dover. It just shows the cliffs of Dover. So.
but it's like a transition into them being there because it's placed between them talking to Ranvi when she's like, "I give you England," and also them going there.
So maybe they're just doing bits and taking.
I guess they're like, this is an iconic piece of England.
Probably that's more likely what it is. But also, England's a shit country to set game in, so.
At least we have a fucking interesting history. That's, you know, if people want to set a game in our country, what do you have? Hey,
do people want to see a game in your country?
I don't.
I mean, it's a game about people invading your country, and Norway looks by far the best setting.
Fucking hell, it does that.
That's just because
England's such a shit AC setting.
I just think it's a shit setting generally, and not because I
fuck off.
Not because I'm Scottish, because Scotland would be shit as well, because it's just massive grasslands. It's fucking boring, man.
What do you even think so for like games generally?
Yeah, pretty much.
I do sort of get like whenever people ask for a GTA, I'm like, what the fuck?
If you want a game set in medieval England, don't set it in medieval England. Just create a fantasy world that looks exactly like medieval England, like everyone else does.
Yeah.
Because that would be much more interesting.
Sort of sounds like you just want England, to be honest. But you don't want to say you do.
No, I definitely don't.
Do you like that idea, though, an English GTA? You know, nick a Ford Focus from fucking Bolton.
Yeah, nah, maybe not, you know? Just like, maybe not.
No, neither do I.
That'd be wank. Like, I don't know. That'd just be...
I feel like it's an American... Like, people say,
I think it'd work in
like Brazil and place in South America, but I think it's in a US
work in
thing.
South America. I think it would work maybe in Tokyo. In Hong Kong, maybe. But not in fucking London. Not all that happens in London is like 14-year-olds in black tracksuits throwing acid on people.
Yeah, that's like, it'd be different. But
yeah,
not in a
boring.
good way. Like, I know the first one was there when it was like top down, but I think I see it as being like, you know, these big American cities that are like far bigger than even London.
I just rather Miami. I mean, to be fair, over the last few decades, they've tried to turn London into a big city, and they've ended up just building a bunch of ugly glass buildings. So.
Gentrification has struck basically every major city in Britain.
Yeah. Let's just make every building ugly and made of glass. All of it should be glass. The entire city. Why? Just cause. Let's make a glass building that burns cars, that melts cars down to their parts from the reflection of our windows. What a great idea.
Yeah, it is a bit shit. I don't know. We've gotten onto gentrification, but yeah, not fun. What do we see next? A bit of Stonehenge, Isu, Soit.
No, Stonehenge is the Pandorica's there.
What if that's the Isu Soit? They just find Matt Smith down there.
They just find Matt Smith in the Pandorica. No, they find Amy in it with Rory guarding it.
Oh yeah, they just find a fucking Roman soldier set outside. They had a TARDIS in Origins at the bottom of the...
Really?
What's the river called outside of Alexandria?
The Nile?
No, that's towards Memphis.
Doesn't the Nile go through the entirety of Egypt?
No.
Or am I just very wrong here?
No, I don't think so.
Hold up.
Right, Stonehenge, we see some of England's rulers who also look really fucking undetailed and NPC-like. Then we see Alfred, who again just has hardly any detail on him, and there's nothing defining about him. Everyone looks like a fucking protagonist from the Avengers game. That's the only comparison I can make to this. Ragnar Lothbrok's sons. We see, presumably that's Halfdan there with the shit trim, and then Ivar and Ubba there.
I'm not gonna lie, the more I see of it, the less I think I'm gonna buy it.
Oh, but you're gonna buy it though, aren't you? Shut up.
I really don't want to though. Like, if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I would not get this game. And I'm being 100%. I'm being deadly serious.
But
now
you
that I
will
keep
buy it, though, won't
rewatching
you?
this, maybe.
Okay.
I'm
Will you
not
get
fully
gold
decided
edition?
yet. Definitely not. Why would I?
Will you
Why would
buy
I-
it twice and also the
my
collector's edition
days.
with a statue?
Did you see that Ubisoft just sold? You could buy like all the Assassin's Creed games for $60. I was tempted to tag you because you spent fucking
That's kind of a fucking deal.
$200 on a on all the Assassin's Creed.
No, but like 90 of those were on fucking collector's edition.
Yeah, whatever.
And also DLC, and you know,
whatever you say.
I'm happy with my decision. I'm not. I'm really
keep
fucking not.
telling yourself that. Yeah, but fuck Ubisoft, man.
Yeah, Ubisoft are a bit shit.
It's just been announced. Well, not just been announced. It was announced a few days ago that 1 in 4 Ubisoft employees witnessed or experienced misconduct. Current Ubisoft employees, to be specific. So, you know, a few thousand people have experienced or witnessed misconduct at Ubisoft. How
That's
is it
like
this
7,000.
Fire Eve. Get rid of Eve.
Yes.
Eve has to go.
Eve doesn't get near as much shit as he should.
Eve's completely incapable and he needs to go.
Eve doesn't understand shit. Like, I don't see Eve as like a strong-minded leader. To be honest, I feel like the people under him make more decisions than he does.
It seems that way, but people under him will make more decisions. The problem is that it should all have to pass by him first, and he's let these things go by.
Yeah, I mean in the sense that like it seems like he has no idea what's going on, like to do with games. Obviously, he knew what the fuck was going on here, and he let it slide. He tried to fucking straw man.
He created a culture of this.
Yeah, he's totally fucking morally reprehensible. And he needs to go.
He's just incompetent as well. I mean,
Yeah,
Ubisoft have been
in every
a financial disaster over the past 2 years. Along with how all this has come out, I wouldn't be surprised. Watch Dogs will probably flop. I wouldn't be surprised if Valhalla undersold expectations. So yeah, I think he's going to be gone within 2 years, and if he's not, it's clear that, you know, it's just because he's been there for so long. He has these ties. He has family ties to the company. So it's fucking pathetic.
Yeah. Speaking about a good video game publisher, CD Projekt Red.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The
bit of crunch. People are getting mad. Yeah, Jason Schreier's a massive pussy. We already knew that though.
Yeah, that was well established.
Yeah, basically Jason Schreier was hired to dig up some dirt on CD Projekt Red and find out, oh my god, they're paying their employees overtime pay so that they can work more on what could potentially be one of the best games of all time. Oh my days, that's so... No, it's fucking fine. Bro, like, what are your opinions on Crunch? Do you think Crunch is ethically acceptable?
I do. When you're making... Like, I've looked into this a bit now, and when you're making what is going to be one of the best games of all time, and you're trying to make a masterpiece, you're trying to make something groundbreaking that redefines what a game is, what an RPG is, that's going to be remembered for fucking decades, you can't be like, oh, we'll just make this like any other AAA game. You can't do that. And it's not like it's slave labour. It's not like... I haven't seen any of the employees say, right, I'm not happy about this. All I've seen is employees are working more hours for a game that is set to be spectacular and are getting paid fucking handsomely for it. What is wrong with that?
No, you're spot on. You're spot on. I said this in the group chat the other day. Greatness isn't built on a 9-to-5. Legendary things cannot be created on a 9-to-5. And people who are complaining about this have no concept, no idea of what it takes to actually create something that lasts, a legacy that transcends the rest of their industries, of their craft, of their art form. You don't think fucking Da Vinci, fucking Michael Jordan, Quentin Tarantino. You don't think these people worked 100-hour weeks to create incredible things, to do legendary things, to be the best at their craft? Cyberpunk 2077 could be one of the best games of all time, could be remembered forever. Same way Red Dead 2 is considered that, and Red Dead 2 had a lot of crunch controversy, but look at that game. Look at that game. That stands above every other game ever made. And if we want games as a medium to be respected as the art form they are, alongside film, television, music, art itself, paintings and shit like that, then we need to accept that the blood, sweat, tears, the time, the energy, the 150% effort must be put in the same way it is for every other art form, or else we won't get these legendary things. We'll never be considered the same standard as those things, as those mediums. So people complaining about this. It's, if you work at CD Projekt Red making Cyberpunk 2077, this is what you should expect. You should expect to be working 80 to 100-hour weeks, because you're creating something that could potentially leave a legacy that transcends your art form. That's something that anyone in the games industry who truly wants to be great and truly wants to stand out would want to do. They'd want to be a part of what will be considered history. They will want to be part of this, and the people who are working on this, I'd imagine, would actively be wanting to put their 100% all into it, to put 100 hours a week into it, to make it the best it can be, because they cherish it, they want it to stand out. So people complaining about this is fucking pathetic, in my personal opinion. Like you said, it's not any AAA game. It's not fucking Outer Worlds or what's another example? Far Cry 5, It's it's a different tier. It's a different tier we're talking about. It's a different level of product, of piece of art here. It frustrates me when people are like, oh no, these people have to work a lot to create something legendary. No shit. And they're getting paid for it. They're getting paid overtime, and I think I read someone getting like a $500 million bonus split between 1,000 employees. So that's about 50 grand bonus. If they were to spread it evenly, that's about 50 grand bonus, along with overtime pay, along with being part of one of the greatest games of all time, having your name in those credits, having the ability to say, I worked on that. You can get a job anywhere if you say, I worked on Cyberpunk 2077, or I worked on Red Dead 2. The same way, any cinematographer could get any job anywhere if they said, oh, I worked on fucking Pulp Fiction, The same way...
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You bang on, though. I've not seen any CD Projekt Red employees come out and say, I'm not happy with this, I'm being forced to work hours I'm not happy with. Because that's the thing, is when you sign up to CD Projekt Red, you know what you're signing up for. Exactly. You're not signing up for a fucking just a regular job.
Yeah.
If you want to make one of the best games of all time that is going to break records and set new standards, you're not going to get there. You're not going to achieve what you want to achieve by putting in fucking minimum effort.
Exactly. If someone became a game developer and just wanted to have it as a job, and have it separate from their normal life, just work 9 to 5 or whatever, work 40, 60-hour weeks, whatever it is, they'd go work at fucking Ubisoft. They'd go work at,
EA.
They'd go work at Bethesda. They'd go work at, these companies that make consistently decent AAA games. Well, some of them do. But it's nothing groundbreaking. It's nothing that transcends the art form. It's different tiers. You've got your Rockstars and your CD Projekt Reds, and then you have your Ubisofts, your Bethesdas, your fucking Epic Games. So, yeah, I think you're spot on there, and as long as they're being compensated for their work, bro. If you have that opportunity, if you have the opportunity to be a part of something truly legendary, then and you love that art form, you will do anything. You will spend as much time as possible to make that the best it can be, to put your all into it. So Yeah, that's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Did you see, though, in other gaming news, the Minecraft update?
I didn't properly see it, no. I saw, I read about some elements of it. It sounds pretty cool, but for everyone listening at home, do you just want to explain it? Explain the main focus of it.
Okay, so, on 4 days ago, Mojang did a live event called Minecraft Live, where they announced all these new things coming to Minecraft in the Caves and Cliffs update. I'm kind of pissed off because I thought it was coming like relatively soon, but it's out fucking summer next year. I'll look up all the features just so I have a list. But I think the snapshot might be out actually. But yeah, basically, like, caves have, like, whole fucking biomes now. Caves are so, like, interesting and open, and, like, you get all these different kind of fucking rocks and shit now. There's these things called wardens who are blind, but they'll feel the vibrations and they'll hear you moving around. And what you can actually do is if you, like, chuck a snowball at a wall, they'll go towards that because they'll hear the sound, and that's fucking cool. Copper, fucking a new, like, they added netherite earlier this year, and now they're adding, like, it feels like a mod, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, did you know that the guy who worked on the Aether worked on this update?
Oh, right, okay.
Which is a bit mad, but yeah, copper's a thing. Clay pots I'm not really that hyped for. Fucking lightning rods. Candles are a thing now.
It's lovely to see that they're still making great updates, because there was a period of time where Minecraft just was dead because it just wasn't updated enough. So this is what it should be doing. Every update should feel like a mod, or a bunch of mods. So it's
telescopes as well. How fucking cool is that?
Yeah, and the entire idea of the warden. That's such a sick idea for a mob.
Yeah,
because it's basically like a clicker from Last of Us.
Yeah, pretty much. The update earlier this year, the Nether one, really fucking cool. And we're announcing now there's going to be an Eagles Call Minecraft server. I'm saying this half as a joke and half seriously.
Oh
so
no!
I really
Make a channel for. Well, no, we got the gaming VC cheeky bit of a.
Oh my god, Joey, can we make a Minecraft server, please?
Yeah, okay, go on.
Yes, you heard it here. Eagles Call Minecraft server coming soon. Yeah.
I'll have
more on that soon.
Minecraft. Yeah. Minecraft just is confusing in my mind.
In what way?
I just don't. I don't know. I just don't connect with it anymore. You know, like it's sick that they're finally updating it, but it just feels 7 years too late, and I've just lost all interest in it personally. I'm just gonna be fully honest. So,
do you mean like you still enjoy the game, but you just not that into the updates?
I can enjoy the game, but I can't imagine spending hours playing Minecraft anymore. It just doesn't really engage me. Like, creative's alright if you have a specific thing in mind and it's good with friends, but fucking anything else is just, the idea of it just kind of, I guess, bores me, which is a shame because I used to love it so much. I used to be so passionate about it, but I guess after that decline of like 2014, 15, 16, and then a lot of people jumped back on it 2017, 18. And part of that was nostalgia, part of it was just it started getting updates, but I could never quite just jump back on it. It just never clicked again.
Alright guys, Eagles Call Discord Minecraft server not happening. Walshie Discord and the Walshie Minecraft server though. Give it a week.
Entire podcast is being cancelled now because I don't
Yeah,
like. Because I
it's
don't
just
like
going to be me
Minecraft.
talking about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
It's going to be really good.
Oh, fuck's sake. But nah, yeah, that's
really upset me, to be honest.
I'm
I'm
hey,
like that with GTA, but I always come back to GTA Online. Like, I sort
Yeah.
of want to play GTA Online now, weirdly.
But I don't. That's another thing. GTA Online for me, it's become too. A lot of it's become too. Like, there's too much. If that makes sense.
I agree,
Like,
but I just want to
don't-
play
I
like
don't-
fucking Titan of a job for
Yeah,
a bit of nostalgia.
yeah. I get that, but like, I don't. The whole like CEO stuff and building your own fucking underground warehouse and shit. It's too much. Like, this isn't. It's not why.
Yeah, I don't want to be a military force. I want to be a fucking robber.
Exactly. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'll always love Minecraft for the time I did spend with it and the time I did love it. And I can see, I guess, objectively that it's a very good game, very good concept.
One of the best.
But I guess I just grew out of it, I guess. And I'm not saying that in like a pretentious, like,
You saying you're an adult and I'm not.
No, that's, yeah. No, that's not what I mean, though.
That kind of makes me sad. I hope I never grow out of Minecraft.
Yeah, no, but it's not even like in a growing up way. It's just as in like, I just distance.
You're just not into it anymore.
Just distance myself from it.
Fair enough.
It is what it is. It's kind of the same way I fell out of love of like Fallout. I guess is a good example.
Yeah, well, you like Assassin's Creed, so your opinion doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but I'm sure after we get the announcement of the next gen game, and after it turns out to be another RPG, I'm sure I'll feel the exact same way about Assassin's Creed.
We've set ourselves up so fucking badly.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be really shit, and we'll be like, what the fuck were we on about?
It's tough, but we can only hope. I'm just gonna become a full-time CD Projekt Red YouTuber. I'm just gonna spend 4 years speculating about their next game.
Man.
But yeah.
Why is Flavius a topic on this podcast?
You put it there.
Did I?
Flavius, yeah.
I didn't put Flavius there.
You did put Flavius. I didn't put Flavius
You
there.
fucking gaslighting me again.
No, you did. I didn't put Flavius as a topic. Why would I put Flavius, the historical character, and also the Assassin's Creed Origins villain, as a topic?
Who the fuck has been on our Google Docs and added Flavius as a topic?
Yeah, Flavius is a historical figure and also an AC Origins character. That's about as much as I have to say about him, and that's about as much depth as he was given in Assassin's Creed Origins.
Shit villain for a shit game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you agree it's shit. It's not a 6 because 6 is good.
Stop trying to Stop trying to figure it away from me to say something I don't believe.
It's a low 6 though, isn't it?
What does that mean? A low 6? No, it's just 6. It's just 6.0.
That's a low 6. Bordering a 5.
Sorry.
Have you never watched Anthony Fantano? Do you not know how this works?
No, I do, but I also Anthony Fantano is a neoliberal cuck. Fuck's sake. Anthony Fantano's a gimp. I love his videos, but he's a gimp.
Yeah, I'm sort of the same. Yeah, but you can have something be like a weak, like 6 or a strong 7.
Yeah, but also I don't use Anthony Fantano's grading system.
No, I'm not doing it for like Chris Stockman does fucking crit.
Chris Stockman. That's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Are you ready to get Stockmanized?
I'm always ready to get Stockmanized. Chris Stockman, if you want to stick your dick in my ass, then feel free.
This is an open invitation for Chris Stockman to come on the next episode of the Eagles Co.
Oh, that's a nice transition there, man. Speaking of which,
you made a list.
We're gonna discuss some potential guests for the Eagle Call, and I did make a list.
You tweeted it out just before we started.
Big boy list. So we've got at number 1, Charlemagne the God, aka who the hell raped your sister? The most iconic line.
Fucking Twitter thread. Oh my
The most
life.
iconic line of anything ever.
He's the biggest knob out of
Yeah, I think Charlemagne the God needs to be looked at by the FBI. I worry about that man. He's kind of sus. And number 2 we have the classical beautiful,
modest conservative Abigail Shapiro,
traditional family values waifu of all time, Miss Abby Shapiro.
Who definitely isn't just Ben Shapiro but with tits.
No. Of course she's not. We've already tweeted her, and she's not gone back to us yet. So
no,
we'll see what happens.
She's accidentally blocked my email for some reason, but I've made a few more to just
Yeah. Good call.
Keep hammering that home.
Yeah, well, I was gonna take a flight to New York, and then get a corresponding flight to LA, just head to her house and give her a knock on the door, see if she wants to pop in, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, fair. 3, Jason Schreier, and we discussed this. It's on the one condition that we fuck his wife because he wants to be cocked.
Yeah, perfect. We fuck his wife, and then whilst he wanks himself off over news that Ubisoft have kept their workers in for an hour too long.
Yeah, he'll find out that someone in fucking Wyoming did like an hour of overtime. And he'll get really sad.
It's like a truck driver got stuck in traffic and didn't get paid overtime. Jason Schreier just starts wanking himself off and writing a Bloomberg article.
Fucking Jason Schreier.
At number 4, we have Michelle Obama. She's quite into the podcast game, as anyone who has Spotify will know.
Yeah.
Definitely doesn't have the most boring podcast of all time.
She's my favourite war criminal podcaster, like, for sure.
She's definitely up there. Another war criminal, of course, we have Mel Gibson doing a Scottish accent.
Yeah, of course. It has to be with the accent. That's the one condition.
A short king icon, 5'7", playing 6'7" William Wallace.
Fucking William, yeah.
Yeah. At number 6, we have Xi Jinping, the entire reason we started this podcast, to promote the Chinese Communist Party. So I think that goes swimmingly.
I think we could get him on if we just plugged his work camps and told everyone how great they were.
Fucking hell.
That'd be kind of epic.
Do you know what's epic? That you've just said
what?
that. That's like the equivalent of saying like the same thing about Hitler and the concentration camps.
Hitler's fine to... He fucking is, though.
What?
People talk about China, but, like, not enough. Like,
oh, yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. It's
got a cult following. There's this
ridiculous.
American who exclusively covers, like, Chinese news with, like, unbiased viewpoint. He's got, like, 1 million subs.
I wouldn't be able to cover Chinese news from a unbiased viewpoint, personally. Just love Z too much. At number 7, we have Michael Antonakos, aka Batman.
I reckon we could actually do... Like,
the funny thing is, we fully could. We fully could if we messaged.
I wouldn't want to do it just like clown on him to be like, you're shit. Because that feels cunty and he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he seems like even though he has a few odd tweets, like what happened to ISIS, couple dodgy tweets, but yeah, big Batman, aka Alexios, perfect. And at number 8, we have Dr. Umar.
Dr. Umar Johnson.
Dr. Umar Johnson. An icon, truly. I think we could have him on, and then for 2 hours he just racially abuses us.
I like how we have him on one end of the spectrum and Abigail Shapiro on the other.
We could get them together. Get them to have a debate.
You forgot to add Ian Moore to the list.
Oh, fuck, of course. Ian Moore 34. The biggest pedo on TikTok. What an achievement. Is that why he wears a crown? King of the Nonces. No, King of the Nonces is definitely number 9 on our list. Prince Andrew.
Oh my fucking god.
Is Prince Andrew dead yet?
No, we could probably induce a heart attack live on the Eagles Court.
But
if we just like told him that we're Nazis flying overhead.
Yeah. But nah, on a real though, who are you thinking we could try to get on for guests? Because we've been discussing guests for ages.
Well,
But we've not got
actually,
anyone. Yeah.
I was looking at like obscure Assassin's Creed actors to see if they had like DMs or emails open or anything like that, so I could reach out to them.
Okay.
And I think Hepsiphus was open. I'm not even fucking with you.
Oh, let's get Hepzibah. No, because you just shit on him for his fire sword the entire time.
Wouldn't you?
No, I love Hepzibah's fire sword.
I tried Rabia,
Sounds
but there's no way of reaching out to that woman.
Yeah.
Not even to our agent. I checked her IMDb and all.
That's tough. But no, there's a few people in the community with up and coming YouTube channels. That, if they get better fucking mics, we'd happily invite them on.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking to, I assume.
Yeah. I think we're like two of the only people left with Blue Yetis in the community, because like George got a new mic, and I think it is just us.
Yeah, but I mean that's fine. Blue Yetis is an underrated gem of a mic. Nah, it's not that good, and also overpriced, but still.
How much did you get yours for?
£100.
I think it was like 80 for me, but I'm looking at it now.
80's not too bad.
It was made in November 2009, and that like staying power is mental.
Yeah, exactly. Because it is just a quality like beginner mic, but it should have reduced in price by now.
Yeah, I think I might buy a mic next year after Valhalla's done.
Fair enough. I reckon I'll just leave
I don't know
it.
if I could though.
I reckon I'll just leave it.
Yeah, because my mic
until
feels like something I can leave. New ones are so expensive for such like.
Yeah,
I know everything counts, but for the boost being as little as it is, it's you know.
As long as you have a mic that doesn't sound like a complete potato, like if it's I guess what would you call it? High definition audio.
I guess so.
Yeah, as long as you can hear each note of your voice, then you're fine. Like you don't need to have it ultra crisp. But I might get a Node in a couple of years.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what I found out I was doing before? Before I had my Yeti, I got for like from like September up to December. I thought I was using like the mic out of my earphones. It's actually like decent. I used it on PlayStation and that.
Right.
But the whole time it was my my fucking laptop. It was really echoey because I was nowhere near it. Yeah. I was like talking right into me fucking thing, which is really annoying.
Oh, nah, that's tough. But yeah, I reckon there's a few people we could definitely get on as guests if we asked. But we're both too socially awkward to actually ask. That's the problem.
It's obvious though.
Realistically, that is the problem.
No, I'm gonna look for some more obscure AC actors. Silvio Barbarigo. He's played by Harry Stanjowski.
Oh, no one's gonna care about this, but the new NBA 2K trailer has just dropped.
Maybe it'll be an actual jump because it's on the next gen.
For next gen, and I'm gonna be honest. It's looking fucking nice. It's looking really nice.
Yeah.
Like, there isn't a massive difference, but it's just little things. The crowd, the lighting, like the camera movement.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people might not be able to see a difference. But, like, there's just something about it. It doesn't necessarily look massively better.
Yeah.
It just looks cleaner, if that makes sense. Because we haven't seen too many games that are fully next gen, you know? So many of the release titles for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X are going to be cross-platform. So this is interesting to see graphic-wise. I mean, the lighting is absolutely gorgeous. Ray tracing is going to make such a massive difference to every game.
I know.
It looks like this is fully ray traced. So
that is lovely. I've checked, and there's no way of reaching out to Silvio or Marco Barbarigo. I'm now on to Dante Moro.
Fuck's sake.
Tony Calabretta. Surely.
Look at the hair! Look at the fucking hair! Bro, you can see like the threads in the jerseys. Oh, it's fit. That's fit, nice. Bro. Anyway, yeah, it's we've not had too much going on this week though, to be honest.
No, there's not. This feels far too short. I reckon we need to.
It feels like a very short one. It has actually been quite a short one, but I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, it's. I'm
just looking. Oh, Philip Shabazz.
Philip Shabazz. Who's that again?
The only actor to ever play Altair.
Oh yeah, of course. No one else.
Philip Shabazz. Do you have your DMs open? Doesn't even have a fucking. Right, boys.
If you have any ideas,
comment
for guests.
Yeah,
let
obscure
us know
AC actors.
Let us know down below or on Twitter if you're listening.
Also, share your goon caves with us.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Caden definitely has a goon cave.
We can't talk about goon caves. This is not. See, this is the problem. You spend too much time on Reddit, so you know what that means, and no one listening knows what that means.
You know what it means.
Only because you spend too much time on Reddit. That's the problem.
I have it from a Twitter account that takes the piss out of Reddit, because I'm not actually.
Oh, sure.
I do.
It's not like you have your own Reddit or anything. That you definitely made.
It was made by me.
You made it.
No, it was made by Walshie moderator.
You pretended like you didn't make it. Weak.
I actually have. There has been some quality posts on the Walshie subreddit recently. Some involving you.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Is it the fucking Joe Biden thing?
Oh yeah. Boss, Elemental Edge, you're a geezer. You've been doing the Walshie sub proud. I fully thought that nothing would come of it when it was made. There's been some alright memes.
Yeah, it's somewhat active, which is kind of surprising.
I like the one where it's the only reason Walshie hasn't streamed yet is because he's going down more times than Malaysian Airlines. It's POV, you make Assassin's Creed top 5, so it's like, yeah.
I still can't believe you haven't finished Revelations yet, though. You literally have like 3 missions to do.
Oh, fucking hell.
Just stream it in like half an hour.
I could do, yeah. I could do that like tonight.
Yeah, just go for it. Why not?
No, I could do, but I've got so much. I think I'm gonna carry on this like binge after Valhalla. To be honest.
Yeah, just. Oh, but after Valhalla.
Yeah, because like the thing is, I've got like so much content to make, and like because I want to do this Story of AC thing. I really want to get this Brotherhood thing done. On top of like bi-daily uploads, keeping on like news and shit. And there's like a good 50 hours of content. If you include Odyssey and Origins, that's like a good 100 hours of shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's like, what, 4 days, even if you stack it all up.
Fucking hell, that's excessive, but I don't know. I mean,
yes.
When are you going to speedrun AC2? I think that's the most important thing.
That'll definitely be an after Valhalla thing, and then by then, this time next year, I'll have the world record.
This time next year? But I'm going to have the world record in AC1 by the end of this month.
Fucking do it.
That'd
be such a fun stream after Origins.
Bro, you have your expectations for yourself are too low. You gotta take some more pride in the fact that you're going to become the best Assassin's Creed 2 player on Earth.
Yeah, I'll take pride in the fact that I have nothing in my life outside of Assassin's Creed. That'd be great.
Fucking hell. I think you might want to look at these 2K graphics, because it's genuinely looking
holy
brilliant.
Shit.
Yeah.
The fucking sweat.
Yeah, that's why I was getting hype over that.
The reflection on his nose.
The ray tracing is
and as you were saying, like the threads on all the jerseys and all.
Yeah, like and the hair as well. It's beautiful. I'd say the only problem is the crowd looks fucking trash, but
Oh yeah, they all look super
they
generated.
never focus on the crowd.
Fucking hell. Oh, man. That is lovely though.
Yeah.
And the wood is like the floor of the actual fucking court. The reflections.
Yeah, that's the ray tracing there. So
that is.
it's nice to see that because
mental.
I had pretty low expectations for like the graphical jump of the PS4 to PS5. Because I figured that we were getting to a point where like graphics were gonna start peaking soon. But now this is mental. So very nice. Deserves a clap. I mean, 2K are still shit company, but deserves a clap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Every fucking game company, you can like. Pretty much every game company is a bit shit though.
Yeah, that is true. There's far too many.
Naughty Dog are alright, and CD Projekt Red seem to be, from what we've seen. But that's sort of just it.
So far. I mean, Rockstar are okay.
Oh yeah, it's more Take-Two the problem with Rockstar.
Yeah, I mean, Take-Two are just all around kind of
You
piece
know
of
what?
shit.
Do you
Yeah?
think there will be? Do you think from now on GTA will just have one game per generation?
Probably. Maybe not even, to be honest. I think there is a possibility that GTA 6 doesn't drop until the end of this generation. And then...
Shit, so like 7 years from now.
It's 2020. Nah, I think it'll be out 2024, so fair, never mind. That's cap. But I think that there is a possibility that next generation, after this, there won't be a new GTA game for the entire generation, and they'll just make like GTA Online on steroids, you know?
Yeah, because like if it takes them 10 years again, they would skip the generation after this and have a new one out like the middle of the one after that. Fucking hell. I remember thinking like GTA 6 back when 5 came out, because the gap between like 4 and 5 was 5 years. I was like, right, 6 years, it'd be 2019.
Yeah.
And like at earliest now, it's 2023.
Right, okay, yeah. I think it'll be 2024 drops.
Yeah, I think it'd be one of those too.
Yeah.
I can't wait till the game they do after. It's the fucking next gen AC all over again. GTA 6 will be really good, but I'm more
focused on
what they do
hopefully it's a new IP. But again, with Rockstar, it's like you just have to wait and see. Because there's so many supposed leaks out there, so many supposed rumors that you can't really believe much of what's said.
No.
But to be honest, lad, I think that's about it for this week.
That can't be it. Surely.
It's been a very slow week, but I mean, we're coming in on an hour and a half.
I think it's because we spoke about Odyssey for like no time at all.
Yeah.
We just agree it's shit.
Yeah, it's a tough one. But next week, I think we have to get a guest on next week.
We definitely could do that. How long has this podcast been now?
Been an hour and a half, give or take. So
not too bad.
Bit of content for your faces to keep you satisfied. But no, I think next week we'll go for 3 hours. We'll get every topic under the sun that we can think of. We'll get a guest. We'll both be significantly more energized and hype. I'll snort some crack before it starts, and we'll be all set.
Yeah.
But
be fair enough. I'm trying really hard to
Tyler.
I'm scrolling through Twitter trying to find a topic. Oh wait, Cyberpunk went gold. We didn't talk about that.
It went what? What's that mean?
Cyberpunk's gone gold.
I don't know, but what does that mean?
It's basically when a game is fully finished development.
Oh, sick. That's nice to hear.
So that'll be out.
Why the
what?
fuck did they delay it then?
17th?
Oh yeah, 17th.
Nah, now we know there won't be any more delays.
Just release it right now. Just release it 3 days from now.
No, but it's a strategic release date.
Fuck that.
Like,
They don't need money.
Now they'll start working on their next thing. Can you imagine what the next fucking... Their next
4.
game is going to be mad.
Surely it'll be Witcher 4.
That's what I was thinking.
In 2025.
Yeah, a Witcher game on like a new engine would be fucking mad.
Yeah, they'll probably just be completely recrafting their engine.
I want them to remaster 1 and 2 though, so I can play those.
That maybe it'll be like, maybe they'll do a collection in like 2023, and then drop The Witcher 4 in 2025 or 2026.
Yeah, I could see them doing a collection because The Witcher is so bankable now, and like the only one that's like really accessible to a lot of people is Witcher 3, and they could sell so much off fucking 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean 1 and 2 aren't too great apparently, from what I've heard at least, because I've never played them. But
I just want to play to fully know what's going on
with the show and everything. Yeah, it's without doubt.
Yeah, I want a Cyberpunk sequel. Or maybe not a sequel, but something in that world, because I much prefer the world of that to The Witcher.
Yeah, I thought maybe this is completely wrong, or I just imagined this, but I swear I heard that Cyberpunk is going to be a soul game, no sequels, no anything.
I kind of like that in a sense that it's, and it can be a proper RPG that way, because you don't have to have any loose ends open.
Yeah, I would much prefer that, to be honest. But
I wonder what the next game will be, because I like The Witcher a lot, but fucking hell, but I'm not like massive on the setting, to be honest. Whereas like I'm not big on Cyberpunk settings either, but I love what they've done with it, and I love how like grimy and grungy it is.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It'll be interesting to see if they make a new IP anytime soon, but it makes sense for them to make Witcher 4 at this point, because like you said, it just is so bankable.
Yeah, and I think we could get that announced soon, because like Cyberpunk was announced in 2013. Oh
geez, really?
Yeah, so they could announce it like when they start development.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'd rather have it like 2022 E3. Just have this match.
Do you reckon?
Fuck. Yeah.
Oh fucking shit! Sorry. Do you reckon Cyberpunk will get DLC?
I hope not.
Yeah.
Surely they'll do something though for it. If it does, it will be a massive DLC similar to Blood and Wine.
Yeah, but they said there'll be an online mode. Please tell me you're getting Cyberpunk for Xbox.
Or just that. Am I getting Cyberpunk for Xbox? Depends.
Otherwise, I'll have to buy it twice. Joe, please.
It kind of depends. Would I rather get it on Xbox One or get it on PS5? It's tough.
Buy it on the Xbox Series S.
Why are you buying an Xbox Series S?
I already bought it, mate.
Legitimately.
Argos coming in clutch.
I know you've already bought it. I don't get your decision-making process.
Assassin's Creed.
You've already got all the Assassin's Creed games on your Xbox One.
No, but that's the thing, is I want a machine that can just play every Assassin's Creed game, where I don't have to fuck about like getting new consoles out, and it's also just cheap and convenient, and like I don't really want to drop like 500 quid on a PS5 right now, so it's just holding me over. I prefer Xbox as a system. I prefer having like my achievements carried over. I prefer the controller. I'm a big Xbox guy.
This is why everyone listening to this is Scarab Squad.
Well,
with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching / listening, wherever you may be. You are appreciated, and we love you very much. We'll be back next week with a Big Boy podcast. Make sure to jump on the Discord on Saturday. We'll both be tweeting about it, I imagine. And yeah. Jack, any closing words?
I'm just like scrambling through Twitter to try and find anything to talk about. There is it has just been a really quiet week, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's just been a slow week.
Oh, actually, you've been playing Among Us, the best game of all time.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm shit at it, I can't lie, for dog shit, but yeah, not been too bad.
I see. I'm a really good detective if I know the people.
Yeah, right.
But I'm also quite a good killer. Like, I didn't think I was a good liar until I played Among Us, and I'm fucking
You're pathological, amazing.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like, if we get a game going, that's the thing, is everyone plays it at like midnight until it's like early hours of the morning.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. Especially since I go to bed at like 9. Pussy.
That's why we're ending the podcast to joke and go to sleep. It's 4:20.
But yeah, no, thank you all so much for watching. Listen, all that shit. Make sure to hit like, leave 5-star review on Spotify or whatever else you may be listening on. Yeah, much love.
Bye.